Hello and welcome to the Ashland Stadium, the home of Jamaica College. We are here for the Battle of the Gardens. It's Tivoli against Arnett, the featured game of this doubleheader here in the parish of St. Andrew as the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digital, continues. Let's now hear from both camps as they look ahead to this game.
Tivoli Gardens form has been really good as of late. What do you think is the cause of this good form?
As I said before, we're just getting this chemistry together now, so that is one of the things that's working for us, and the team start to understand what we really want them to do.
Especially the performance last time out against Montego Bay United, you really put on a clinic, won that game 3-0. Is that something that you're looking to push forward and put again another foot forward and put that performance on against this Arnett Gardens team?
Well, definitely, once we continue to play like how we played last week Sunday, then we should have a more better game than last week Sunday too.
And in this game, of course, it's a rivalry. This game is always fiercely contested. How do you expect your players to manage their emotions in a game like this?
As we said to them from the whole entire week, that this is a derby game. We understand, everybody know what this game is about. Last year they beat us 2 times. So we said to them that, listen, we want to win back West Kingston, and show them that we are the better team.
Coach, Arnett Gardens form has been a bit pitchy-patchy as of late, but in the last game out, they got that victory, a narrow one against Harbourview. Do you think that that can be a springboard and move you forward, especially in a game like this?
We'll approach each game, as an individual game, really, with an individual plan that we have for that specific team. But of course, the momentum that you have plays a part in it, and it was a very important win against Harbourview last week. So, today is another very crucial match against a team that we have a lot of history with and Derby Day. So it's going to be a crucial match again today.
You've made several changes to the starting lineup. Is that more of a tactical approach, or are you just trying to get more of a physical edge in the game?
I think somewhere it might be a combination of both, but there are some injuries that are on the team. So we see some players not starting, like Juma Johnson, some light injuries. We see Eric Edwards that's out for a little while, but lucky enough for too long. But we have some replacements that are good fits for what we want to see from them. So we're happy and excited to see what they can bring us today.
Yeah, so we are looking forward to the Battle of the Gardens here, and Lijay Williams is with me in the commentary box. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this battle. What are you thinking? What are you expecting? I know that we've been disappointed in recent weeks, and the last thing that we want to do is hype up something and it doesn't come to fruition. But what are you expecting? What are you anticipating?
I know you said we shouldn't hype this up, but this fixture to me, personally, it's always an exciting one. Growing up watching these two teams, it's always a fiercely contested game. This is a game of West Kingston. These two teams are comprised of players who mostly come from the area, or a large proportion of them come from the area, so they know what this means from high school days coming up. They know that it means a lot. You see all of the traveling support for both of these two teams. These are two very prestigious teams as well in the Jamaica Premier League, so they'll be looking to put a foot forward. They never want to lose this game, either team, so they'll be looking to have a very feisty encounter, especially in the midfield areas. They'll be looking to really put a good foot forward. I'm expecting a very hotly contested game in the midfield, especially two teams there leading up, coming up, so I'm expecting a good game. I think it's going to be tight initially, but I think each team has quality. Each team, especially Tivoli, coming off a run of 3 consecutive wins after a so-so start to the season. I think they're coming to the fore now. Arnett Gardens, a team that always possesses quality. Even if their results don't really show that all the time, but now, especially coming off of a win against Harbourview last week, I think they'll be looking to push forward. They do have some injuries. There is some rotation in their starting 11, which we will get to. But I think this game, I know you said we shouldn't hype it up. I know you said that we may have been disappointed in past encounters of this magnitude, but I'm really hoping for a good game today.
And the players on offer, of course, it's a new iteration of this battle. New name to the fore, younger set. But there are a couple of old heads as well that know this battle very well. Talking about the likes of Fabian Reid of Arnett Gardens, Radika Wellington of Tivoli Gardens. They have seen this all before. They know what to expect. We, on paper, in theory, also know what to expect. But at the same time, we have to brace for the unexpected. And with this type of matchup, with this game, there's always the unexpected. As the teams make their way out to the middle, Arnett Gardens not in their traditional full red, but they are in full white with red lettering. Tivoli Gardens, the more colorful of the two, with orange and black. The decorations. We'll now pause for the playing of the national anthem.
Please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
The Battle of the Gardens coming up in a few minutes as Arnett Gardens come across to meet Tivoli Gardens, as well as the officials here.
Watch yourself, on national TV.
Pennycook on the left, Reed on the right, the respective captains. O'Shea Nation at the toss, the referee, the one in charge of this fixture. It may be a feisty affair. Nation will be assisted by Ojay Duhaney and Gavin Carvalho. Stefan Dua is the fourth official. Let's see the names who will do battle in this one. And let's start off with Tivoli Gardens. Kevon Watkins is in goal. They'll have a back four of Keano Simpson, O'Dean Pennycook, Christopher Matthews and Alton Lewis. In the middle of the park, Anthony Nelson on the left, Justin Dunn on the right. In the middle of the park, Kevin Garnett and Trevon McCain. The two up top, Rodico Wellington with a couple of goals to his name, beside Nakil Wright, who is yet to make a mark this season. Of course, they're coached by Jermaine Teddy Johnson.
Look forward for Rodico Wellington to drop off a bit and try and create, but he will look to score goals. Scored a lovely free kick last week. So look forward to him to have a huge impact on the game.
For Arnett Gardens, Asher Hutchinson remains between the sticks. The back four sees Philando Wing, Joel Cunningham, Earl Simpson, and Shanoy Evans, the St. Lucian. In the middle of the park, Romeo Guthrie, Jamar Purcell, and Jakeem Thomas. And up front, Shea Smith, fresh off his goal last weekend alongside Rivaldo Mitchell. And of course, Fabian Reed with 5 goals to his name.
If Arnett Gardens are going to get something out of this game, it has to start from those midfield two, the experienced midfield two of Romeo Guthrie and Jamar Purcell. Two calming figures in the midfield. They have to start and set the tempo in that midfield and try and calm things down. As you said, because it will be a feisty affair. Premier League winning Jamar Purcell, defensive midfielder. Looking forward to a good one here.
Well, The party is about to get started. Will these teams turn up for the dance? That's the question.
A lot at stake in this still young season in this fixture as well, standings wise.
And we're on the way here at the Ashenheim Stadium. Tivoli Gardens will open the proceedings here. Already they are trying to do some quick interplay. Didn't come out on that occasion.
It will be Philando Wing to take this throw, and I'm very intrigued to see his position today. He'll be playing at left back wing. Usually plays further up.
Yep.
So I'm very intrigued to see if the positions he will take up, if he will stay wide while one of the wingers, especially on that left-hand side, Rivaldo Mitchell, if he will be looking to tuck in a bit more, allowing Wing to have that space down that left-hand side.
Yep. Maybe interesting. Did play in the left-back position last weekend. As we take a look at the coaches here, Tivoli Gardens, Jermaine Teddy Johnson. He's on the right of your screen for Tivoli Gardens. And Paul Tiga Davis on the left for Arnett Gardens.
Is it safe to say that those are two legends of the Jamaican game?
Yeah.
Especially in the terms of the context of the league, the Jamaican Premier League. Both as players winning the league with their respective clubs that they're coaching right now.
Long throw inside the area, and it's headed just wide of the mark, you know. It was Simpson inside the box. He's usually pretty dangerous, Earl Simpson. 2 goals to his name so far this season for Arnett Gardens, number 4. Wing trying to play it along that channel for Fabian Reed. Tivoli on the prowl, looking for Wellington.
It's going to be a free kick now for Arnett Gardens. Game hasn't had a flow to it as of yet.
Wing is behind this, Guthrie is behind this. They can provide quality deliveries inside the box. There are about 5 Arnett Gardens players inside the area waiting on this bit of service. And it's coming from Guthrie. Flighted inside, Simpson is there again. Tivoli Gardens clearing their lines. Purcell keeps it alive. Tivoli Gardens trying to come away with it, but good work at the back by Shanoy Evans of St. Lucian. Simpson with the throw. Lovely ball across. It's an opportunity here. Played inside. The flag is up for offside. Didn't time his run to perfection there. And Tivoli Gardens denied.
It was some good play though. Building up down the left and then quickly moving it to the right.
Here's Arnett Gardens. They're appealing for a handball, I think. A conversation will be had. Ocean Nation just making sure to tell them who is in charge.
Young Christopher Matthews there. Here's the play again. He was offside initially. I think that's why Rodico Wellington didn't play the pass to him through the middle. Stayed offside.
Yeah, clearly offside.
I think he was just hoping that the referee wouldn't catch on. Justin Dunn.
Hoping for that lapse, eh?
There's no VAR in the Jamaica Premier League, so if that lapse had taken place, it would have been controversial, yes, but it would have counted.
Guthrie again. Kick it into the breeze. There's delivery. Repelled by Tivoli. No issues there for Watkins. Simpson, Keno Simpson. Guthrie has it. Purcell now with it. Nice touch outside. Smith sends it inside the area. Put behind by Pennycook for a corner. Wing to take this one. Here's the delivery. Held well by Watkins.
Very good distribution by Watkins as well.
Yep. And there's a late clip by Purcell. And the yellow card will be shown to the holding midfielder. Pretty early in the piece. That's not good news for Arnett Gardens.
It really isn't. For him to play his natural game, which is a relatively aggressive one, although he is the ball-playing type of midfielder, he still wants to get around and make challenges, and getting a yellow card that early will restrict him in that regard. Has to be very smart in making those challenges now. But this is a very dangerous opportunity. Now, Rodico Wellington scored a wonderful free kick against Montego Bay United in Tivoli Gardens last game. A 3-0 win. Was from much further out and more so down the middle as opposed to on this left-hand side, but he is a dead ball specialist. So giving up a free kick to him will be a dangerous, dangerous opportunity now.
Three-man wall being set up, constructed by Asher Hutchinson. Rodico Wellington is the one who is behind this one. We know that he has a powerful kick. He has a couple of goals to his name so far this season. Vodika Wellington. Looking for a third here. Wellington.
Took a deflection, you know.
It did. Corner kick to Tivoli.
Clipped the top of the wall as he was going over. It was a good attempt. And that one might have been going in.
Alton Lewis to deliver. Good ball inside. I think the players were having a little bit of difficulty with the trajectory of that one. Attacking it, and it went over everyone.
No one really gambling and staying at that back post, looking to attack from that, in that way. It's going to be a Tivoli Gardens throw-in.
Lewis with the throw. So both teams pretty much giving and receiving in equal measure in the opening stages of this one.
Yeah, it has been an even contest. Expected, however.
This game has a bit of urgency about it as Wellington touches it inside. Ball given away though. Purcell down the middle. Out wide, almost. I think he was in an offside position though, you know, Fabian Reed.
Yeah, the entire time.
Wing. Guthrie. Mitchell trying to give chase. Committing the foul on Christopher Matthews. He's already soaked.
That just goes to show the intensity of the game, because the heat, there isn't much heat left in this stadium.
Pennycook's delivery.
Alton Lewis doing very well there to win a throw.
Lewis will take it himself. Tivoli still with a chance to get something in the box. Mitchell with an outstretched leg there. kicking the opponent. Ball played lovely outside. Almost went into Wellington, as it trickled across the area. Simpson kept it alive. Nelson's delivery inside. The header flicked wide of the mark.
Tivoli Gardens looking very dangerous when breaking forward. They have a chance now to get some settled play, and it's Arnett.
Yep, forcing it through the middle. That was a nothing pass, was it? But Wellington does well to keep it in Tivoli's possession. Purcell now comes away with it. Was trying to feed Shea Smith. Here he is on the ball. Won it well. Distribution, though, could have been better. Should have been better. Oh, not the most convincing header, and here's an effort. Oh! Oh, my word! What a cracking hit that was! He has been waiting long and hard for his first goal in the Premier League, and Nikhil Wright has come up with a scorcher, and the Tivoli Gardens take the lead. What a fantastic hit from their number 18. Oh, Hutchinson didn't stand a chance.
It's almost as if time stood still as he struck that one. What a strike. You cannot strike a ball any better than that. What a goal. What a way to open the account in the Jamaica Premier League. And what a way to give Tivoli Gardens the lead.
Arnett looking to respond immediately. And the clearance is made by Simpson into touch. It's a corner kick for the Junglists.
Oh my word, take a bow. What a goal that was.
Wow. Guthrie with the corner kick for Arnett Gardens. How will they respond? Here's delivery, headed away. That was an impeccable hit. Nikhil Wright used to playing in the middle of the park and almost as an attacking midfielder. This season I'm seeing him playing as one of the strikers for Tivoli Gardens. And he's been on this drought as he tries to make a mark in the league, but what a mark he's made this evening.
Yes, scoring one of the goals of the season so far.
He has.
And it's nothing less than Tivoli Gardens have deserved for their endeavor to start the game.
Wow.
I think we could watch that one over and over again.
We have been begging quality. We have been begging some quality. And that was from the highest draw from Nakil Wright.
It doesn't get any higher quality than that one.
Take a look at it again. Wonderful control and bang! Hutchinson had no chance. And the reaction too was priceless, you know.
It's almost as if he couldn't believe it himself that he had done that.
I guarantee you that he does believe it. He has that ability, and he has that faith in himself and his abilities, and his striking ability especially. Now Arnett will have to come out to play even more as they look for the equalizer.
And that goal is a big one for Tivoli Gardens in their playoff hopes. A win today would maybe temporarily, but it would place them in the top 6.
Mitchell trying to beat the defender. Guthrie sends it across. Haven't seen Reed involved in this game a lot for Arnett Gardens. Five goals to his name so far this season. His 2 goals versus Tivoli Gardens came in the 2018-2019 season. Fabian Reed, so he's used to scoring against his arch rivals. Fabian Reed. There he is. They call him Parker Blacks. Here's Tivoli Gardens again. Dodd. He was being harassed all the time, wasn't he?
Did very well to not concede possession of the ball there.
Alton Lewis again behind this one to deliver inside for Tivoli Gardens. Could be an ominous set piece here. There's the ball inside. Mitchell has to be careful there, you know, as Tivoli looking to get a shot on target. There's a quality ball inside looking for Wellington, headed away.
It was Penny Cook of all people on his weaker side, the centre back. Tivoli Gardens captain nowadays.
Mitchell was the one-man wall that was erected there, and you could see his hand extend.
Dangerously.
He was inside the box. Like, that's a rookie mistake, it really was. Really cool conditions now for both these teams to enjoy. Haven't really seen Arnett Gardens click into another gear since the goal, though.
Yeah, they tried to immediately get something going, but after that initial burst, it hasn't been clicking for them. They have a long throw in now. Let's see what they can do with this.
Yeah, Evans used to seeing this from him. Flings this one straight into the hands of Watkins. I think it's time for the lights to turn on now. It's getting dark quickly, but no signs of it being turned on as yet. It's already difficult to identify some of the players, especially with the numbers of the Tivoli Gardens in particular. Still not sure the thinking behind the black lettering against the black and orange patterns.
Your call has been answered, Donald.
It's about time it's immediately better. Not sure what took it so long. Doesn't take a long time to boot up though, the lights here.
In comparison to other grounds.
Yep. Literally a handful of them. But effective. Oh, this could be some problems here for Hutchinson. No, he's always cool under pressure. Purcell. Evans was brought down, free kick. Trying to switch the play, unsuccessful.
One went right out of touch.
Pretty much summing up Arnett Gardens in this first half so far. A little bit off color. That's a corner kick. Lewis has a good delivery on him. Overcooked that one. Wing again decides to go long, evading his midfield.
Before the game, I said that Arnett's midfield would be the key to them unlocking this Tivoli Gardens team, and the defenders seem to be evading them with every pass, looking to go long each time.
Not the most convincing header away. Wellington. Too much on it, I think. No, he was able to keep that one inside. Keno Simpson now. Lovely ball looking for Wellington. Nicely done by Purcell. Puts this one into space. And this one goes wide to Mitchell. Mitchell. Oh.
That's frustrating.
It is. Lovely touch out wide as Tivoli Gardens go the other way.
It's still the centre back.
Ball did go out into touch.
Determined piece of play there by Christopher Matthews. Made his debut for Tivoli this season and has held on to his place ever since.
Went on a Route 66 just now. Did Matthews.
Coach Jeremy and Teddy Johnson of Tivoli Gardens. Still giving instructions, not satisfied still with what he's seeing, but he will be satisfied with the lead, and he definitely will be satisfied with the manner in which they got that lead.
Looking for a second now, Tivoli. Evans. Reed. Smith decided not to go for it because he was in an offside position.
There doesn't seem to be that fluidity amongst the attackers for Arnett Gardens. I'm not sure it's because they're missing Ajuma Johnson in that attacking midfield slot, because we haven't seen Jaheim Thomas get really involved in the game thus far.
No, we haven't.
And Ajuma Johnson, we know he's a player that even if he's not in certain areas, he'll look to drop deep, he'll look to move to the right-hand side, to the left-hand side to get certain space and always be on the ball and make things happen. So he's been a big miss for them so far today.
Still can be utilized, however. He's on the bench. Ajuma Johnson.
He's nursing an injury, however, so I'm wondering how involved they will want him to be. Maybe looking forward to the rest of the season as opposed to this isolated game.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to aggravate anything. Wellington picks it up for Tivoli Gardens. Simpson on the overlapping run. Gave up possession here. Mitchell. Flag is up for offside. Spectators behind the assistant referee, not liking the call at all.
Especially seeing that it's Arnett supporters over there. Very hard bunch to please. Looking very disgruntled, almost all of them in that frame.
Well, they also are behind, so could be that.
It's been a tactic of Tivoli so far to get the ball forward really quickly and via a long ball, and then trying to win the knockdown or trying to win the second ball. That's what their goal came through. Winning the second ball after a long ball. Defender with a poor header.
And they seem to have come up with more of a hustler mindset in this first half. Come up with more intent with the passing and receiving the passes and running into space, in finding each other.
There's a popular quote that says winning breeds winning, and they're on a good run of form now in regards to winning football games. So maybe they came into this game with an extra confidence coming into this, that they know it's a derby. Their coach mentioned before the game that they lost last season's, both of last season's 2 games against Arnett. So they wanted to fix that and put that right. So they have started very well. The added impetus of them, Wellington tries to win a foul there, doesn't. Arnett now moving forward.
Yep. Transitioning now through wing. Nicely done by Thomas, who's looking for a read.
And I was mentioning that Tivoli Gardens have the added impetus that if they were to win this game, they would move into 6th position, albeit having played a game extra than Portmore United, for example, who are in 7th.
Yeah, Portmore will be in action tomorrow.
So Tivoli Gardens, after a really middling start, have really pushed on and are now threatening the playoff spots. Especially with now Dumbo Holding, who lost so emphatically a couple hours prior to this game. 3-0 to Mount Pleasant, the league leaders, extending their lead at the top of the table to 4 points now. So Tivoli would displace Dumbo Holding with a win here today. Arnett Gardens with a win could have moved much closer to the top 2, especially to Cavalier. Would have moved within 2 points of Cavalier. But in order to win this game, they really have to change their performance around. They have to put more attacking intensity into their play. The first thing you have to do is match the intensity of your opponent, and Arnett Gardens definitely haven't done that with Tivoli today. So far, at least.
Smith collecting this one deep, giving Evans more work to do. Cunningham striding forward now, again deciding to go long. Pennycook is back there marshalling for Tivoli Gardens. Keena Simpson. Too much on it. Nicely done by Thomas. Purcell switching the play and wasn't accurate in doing so. Purcell. Smith does well to skip by a challenge. Showing bits of quality here as wing goes long and the keeper has to watch it all the way. Right.
And that's what you get when you play someone who is used to playing in attacking midfield in the striker position, them dropping off and being actually able to link play.
Nicely done by Tivoli Gardens.
And unfortunate in the end not to progress more. And there's the intensity that in
referee says play on, this one is driven over the top.
And that's the intensity that you were talking about, Donald. Tivoli just look that they're quicker to every pass, every ball, every second ball, every duel. All over the pitch. They're playing the better football in every facet in the 42 minutes that we've seen so far. And they do have their reward. They're looking to add more to said reward. And they're pushing. Arnett Gardens need an answer to this Tivoli wave.
Nice touch inside. Thomas on it. Was looking for Reed. Slight appeal for a handled ball. Arnett Gardens with a bit of space to work with now. But then Simpson seeing the gap coming into it. And he'll be able to get this one. Needs numbers though. Oh, played it behind. I think it was Wright who was making the run. Good stop.
Work there by Alton Lewis.
Yep. Arnett Gardens with the free kick. Wing behind this. And as usual, Guthrie. This one sent in and it's over the head of Reed. And here's an effort from Jaheim Thomas that goes skywards.
Yeah. To you.
3 minutes of stoppages will be played at the end of the 45 here. expect the Arnett Gardens would want to regroup and come back for the second half. If they can't get an equalizer here, Smith, oh, wonderfully done. Almost went through. Sent out wide.
It was a tame cross, but he did get a deflection in the end, and it's going to be a set piece. Maybe Arnett Gardens' last throw of the dice in this first half.
Maybe.
Shot man. Every man a jump. You have to left me right now. Every man a jump. Left me. You walk back up.
Guthrie contemplated taking it short. Decides to actually take it short to Wing. Wing's delivery wasn't the best at all. Wasteful, in fact. Purcell doing well. Shea Smith. Again, lovely touch inside. And probably wasn't a couple of minds there, to be fair. It wasn't. It was Mitchell, in fact, who's gone over on the right-hand side now. Both he and Smith wearing the long sleeves. But yeah, Mitchell cutting inside and dragging that one wide. I think he was also thinking of a pass. Sims kept that one in play, but his teammates couldn't quite capitalize on the advantage there that he created. Touched forward. Guthrie. Not a lot of time remaining in this first half. Mitchell. Lovely touch inside. Reed gets it back. Was he bundled over in the box? The referee says yes and points to the spot. Penalty to Arnett Gardens.
And at times when your team is struggling, you need a little bit of inspiration from your best players, from your captain. And that was all Fabian Reed there. Excellent flick to get the ball around the corner. And then once the ball was returned to him, put himself in front of the man excellently there. Deceived Pennycook, drew him into the challenge.
Yeah.
And it's going to be him stepping up to try and see if he can bring Arnett Gardens level with basically the last kick of the first half.
Indeed. They've done little up to this point, Arnett Gardens. And just a bit of bravery to take on the Tivoli Gardens defense. And it proves fruitful to give them an opportunity. Now it's time to convert. And with the responsibility is their talisman, their striker, Fabian Reed. 5 goals to his name so far this season. Looking to score against Tivoli Gardens for the first time in 4 years. Reed steps up from the penalty spot, shoots, scores! 1-1. The jungle is back level. Fabian Reed gets his 3rd goal against Tivoli Gardens in his career. His 6th this season. And in a half where they offered little, they get back level and it's 1-1.
Talk about against the run of play and talk about disappointment for Tivoli Gardens. Arnett Gardens drawing level with essentially the last kick of the first half. Fabian Reed feeling a bit of pain after taking that penalty, but he did convert it and he has made it 1-1 to end the first half, and the first half whistle has blown. Against the run of play, it was converted in the end.
Yep, and that's how the half ended. It was a fabulous effort from Nakil Wright. Wonderful hit. That saw Tivoli Gardens take the lead in this one. But then the equalizer later on with the last kick of the half from Fabian Reid, getting his 6th goal this season, making it 1-1 at the interval here at the Aschenheim Stadium.
The Battle of West Kingston, another iteration of it, and after the first half, it's 1-1. It was a very exciting first half in many aspects, and Tivoli Gardens made sure it started that way. The home team for this encounter, Radika Wellington, looking to score yet another free kick. That one tipped just over, but the moment of the first half occurred here. Nakil Wright, oh my goodness, what a strike. It was a poor header out, but once he got it, he had one thing on his mind, and it was executed to perfection. What a strike. I could watch that all day. Calm celebration to match. And it was still Tivoli, and it was Keno Simpson trying to join in on the goal scoring ranks. Where Arnett trying to push. Came out, and it looked like everyone wanted a long range strike today in that first half. But towards the end, it was Fabian Reid. Looked to create some magic, and he did. Ended up being fouled by Pennycook. And it was an expert penalty in the end. No chance. Fabian Reid equalizing and putting the cat amongst the pigeons going into the second half. First half statistics now. Tivoli Gardens were the better team, but the shots don't tell the story. 7 shots between both teams. Arnett Gardens with 4, Tivoli Gardens with 3. 2 shots on target for Arnett Gardens, only the 1 for Tivoli Gardens, but that was the goal. Arnett Gardens have been the more aggressive team with 9 fouls compared to Tivoli Gardens 1. 1 yellow card to Purcell for Arnett Gardens, no red cards. 1 offside apiece for both teams. 4 corners for Arnett Gardens, 2 for Tivoli Gardens. 1 save has had to be made by Tivoli Gardens, and they have shaded possession with 53% to Arnett Gardens 47%. They're not used to that. But in the end, at the end of the first half, with the last kick of the game, last kick of the first half, it was Arnett Gardens drawing level, bringing the scores to 1-1. And that's how the first half ended. But there was a game right before this one. Let's see the highlights for that one.
as we take a look at the highlights in this one. This shot put into the back of the net. Jevan Leng, though, was in an offside position. Penalty was awarded. There was a handball inside the area. Fogarty stepped up. Saved by Vina Bartlett. Big chance there. Bartlett was in the way. Ball played inside. Allen couldn't quite keep the shot on target. It was eventually cleared by Mumbai United. Atkinson with a free kick. Didn't have a lot of power behind it. And no issues there for Davani Burton. Clear chance for Colin Anderson there. And couldn't place the header well. Atkinson with the effort on target. Good save by Burton to his left, making the stop. And then this shot was going wide of the mark. Montego Bay United defending stubbornly. And that was that for this match. to the Ashenheim Stadium as we prepare for the second half between Arnett Gardens and Tivoli Gardens. It's presently locked at 1 apiece. J. Williams is still with me. It had some life in the end. Arnett Gardens coming to the party, maybe considered a bit fortunate based on their output in the first half to be back level in this one. What are you anticipating for the second half now?
Probably more of the same, but with just Arnett Gardens coming out a bit quicker in the second half, especially at the beginning. I think Tivoli were first to everything in that first half. They won every duel. They were the better team overall, but just a small lapse in concentration. They conceded a penalty, and that's the reason why the game is 1-1 right now. They scored a lovely goal. They didn't create much apart from that, but they were the team that looked to be the more enterprising team. So I'm expecting them to try and see if they can create more gilt-edge opportunities, and I'm expecting Arnett to try and apply some pressure to try and see if they can get the go-ahead goal. But with that being said, I like the fact that it's 1-0 going into the second half, because that means that both teams now have to go for it. Both teams will attack. You won't see any Tivoli really dropping off. You won't see Arnett dropping off, because both teams want to win this game. It's a derby after all, so I'm looking forward to a good second half. And if it's the same quality as the first half, I think overall we'll look at the end of this game and say it was a good game.
Yep, the Battle of the Gardens continues in a few moments. Rodico Wellington and Shane Nation, as they did before the start of this game, having quick words ahead of the start of the second half. And Arnett Gardens will be the ones to kick off the action here for the second stanza of play. And we're on the way here. Back at the Ashenheim Stadium, Arnett Gardens. Maybe we'll show a little bit more ambition. As you said, Liz, maybe quicker play, a little bit more dynamic. So the Gardens will have to be prepared for it.
And already the second half starting very similar to the first. Arnett Gardens getting a couple set pieces, because this throw is a set piece. It is an opportunity for the Shanoy Evans to really throw this one in. They've loaded the box, Arnett Gardens.
Evans with his long throw inside the area, headed away.
Well dealt with in the end by Tivoli.
Indeed. Guthrie trying to send that one over the top. The keeper off his line, Watkins, and gathering and then hurling that out. Good work by Phil on the wing there. Does not understand that call at all, wing. As he stuck a leg out.
Temporarily swapped to the other wing, with Shanoy Evans going over to take that throw in.
Who, wing? Free kick to Tivoli Gardens.
I'll turn Lewis over this one.
Three-man wall already constructed. Lewis along the turf. That could have been dangerous, you know. That was a nice, tricky, smart play. But his teammates weren't on the same wavelength as he was, unfortunately for Tivoli Gardens. Guthrie. Lovely ball forward. Mitchell. Too much on it. Smith keeps it in play though. Tried to be coy about it.
Arnett Gardens with 4 substitutes going over right at the start of the half to start their warm-up process. Amongst them, they said that they needed some hustle in the first half. Hustler himself, Damari Deacon, and Juma Johnson to go along with Rashiki Kelson. I see over there as well. So we might see a host of changes by Arnett Gardens in the not too distant future.
Guthrie on it, finding Purcell. Wing over on the left. Didn't receive the ball, Purcell. Through the middle. It's a chance for Arnett Gardens here. Oh, just the last touch off Reed. The ball moving away from his grasp in the end. And Watkins had come off his line to stop the danger.
It was Pennycook who slipped. And Reed looked to evade Matthews, and Matthews eventually did very well there, getting a foot on that one. I think that's the touch that made Fabian Reed not be able to get a full hold and get a shot off. It's a good defending in the end. One defender cleaning up for his counterpart.
Thomas and Matthews just embracing there. There are the subs that you mentioned, warming up, including one, Juma Johnson, nursing a slight niggle, and Damari Deacon also in the mix. Evans again with his long throw as they now inch into the defensive third of Tivoli Gardens. Here's a long throw again. Dangerous looking. Watkins hurls it out looking for Wellington.
His throws are like bullets out to his attackers.
Sold short. Tivoli trying to move forward. Right. Sends it back out wide. Here's the delivery. That's headed away by Simpson, but not too far out. Simpson. Arnett Gardens through Simpson. Simpson again does well. Finding Reed. Mitchell back to Reed.
Not much support.
Thomas.
And the second half has started just like how expected, with Arnett Gardens really moving forward and being more aggressive in their duels. They've done much better in that regard in the second half so far.
That they have. This is wing, Philando wing. Reed inside to Guthrie. Guthrie's ball out wide. Mitchell tried to take it down, still with the opportunity here. Tosses it back to Guthrie, who swings it over to Smith, who is in an offside position.
Arnett Gardens appears to be preparing a substitution soon. Damari Deacon getting his instructions.
Mitchell cutting inside. Reed to Smith. Shea Smith. Straight to the keeper. No issues there for Watkins. And Mitchell, that was his final involvement. He's going to make way for one Damari Deacon.
What's that? You said that Arnett Gardens were lacking in the first half?
They didn't hustle.
Well, Hustler himself is coming on now to arrest that issue. Damari Deacon.
Deacon loves scoring against Tivoli Gardens. Scored last year in a 2-0 win at Sabina Park. That was to confirm the victory, and he scored the only goal in the 2019-2020 season matchup against Tivoli. Did Deacon. So he likes this rivalry, he likes this battle. Can he make a mark again? In the meantime, Keno Simpson doesn't look altogether well. And yeah, that doesn't look good for Tivoli Gardens.
I heard their custodian, Watkins, maybe suggesting that he might need a sub as well. Something to look out for. I think he'll be fine for the time being.
Not too sure though, but they are down to 10 players for the time being, Tivoli Gardens. Oh, that's a high boot. Tivoli Gardens with a free kick. Alton Lewis again behind this. Here it comes. Still not cleared properly. Back to Lewis. Oh, that was rifled inside, you know.
And there were some appeals for handball. Fell on deaf ears, however. It's Arnett looking to get the play started quickly.
Yeah, Reed all along that line, but out into touch eventually. He's trying to get Jaheim Thomas involved.
Really hasn't been so far today, Jaheim Thomas.
Nice take by Wing. There's Thomas. Has had a relatively quiet game for Arnett Gardens.
You're being kind. He has had a very quiet game in my estimation. Struggled to do what a number 10 is to do, which is to create, make things happen in the heart of midfield. Really has been a non-factor for Arnett Gardens today. So no surprise we're seeing Ajuma Johnson warming up. Young player still, Jaheim Thomas. Will improve. This performance is no indication of his quality, of course.
Thomas winning it. Couldn't supply the pass inside, however. Committing the infringement there. Simpson is back on the field, so that's good news for Tivoli Gardens. Reed touches it inside to Damari Deacon, who gets his first touch. Lovely supply out. Just inside. Thomas looking for Smith. Smith inside the area! There it is! He does it again for Arnett Gardens. His second goal in 2 games. Shea Smith is on fire. He scored 3 goals against Tivoli Gardens in Portmore colours. And in the all-white of Arnett Gardens, he gets his 4th against Arnett's arch rivals in this one. And I tell you what, Arnett with the lead now, 2-1.
And if you ever wanted to see a goal that exemplifies Arnett Gardens football, it's that quick play, tricky play. And once the ball was played over the top, he was making no mistake. Smith, he scored the winner last week. Could this be a winner as well? Excellent finish in the end. And we were speaking about Jaheim Thomas and his lack of impact on the game. That was a lovely assist by him. Over the top. Tivoli Gardens, for all their good work, it has been undone. Arnett Gardens are back in the lead, or are in the lead. What a lovely goal that was. Excellent build-up play. Starting on the right, quickly moving across to the left. And once he got there, Smith made absolutely no mistake.
Now it's Tivoli's time to try and respond. But Shea Smith has good memories playing against Tivoli Gardens. His first ever Jamaica Premier League goal was against Tivoli Gardens. And now he has 4 goals against them. This is his 2nd of the season. And 2-2 for Arnett Gardens. Smith, Shea Smith. What an impact he's had since joining Arnett Gardens. Deacon, he's had some lovely touches. This is another Deacon to finish. What a save by Watkins. Comes back to Reed. Reed with time and space, and he was trying to chip the Tivoli custodian, but Watkins read it.
And that was more excellent play there by Arnett Gardens. Reed and Deacon linking up again, but Deacon tried his best but couldn't apply the finishing touches.
Yeah, with that initial shot on target.
And all of a sudden Arnett Gardens look significantly like the better team.
Wellington looking to change all that, trying to distribute that out wide, and let's just say the rub of the green in favor of Shea Smith at the moment with that attempted clearance.
When it rains, it pours.
Deacon. You know, everyone looks at Deacon as a skillful player, which he is, but I think his passing game at times just top tier. Look at the little touches here between him and Reed. The give and go didn't quite get the connection for the shot. Neither did Reed when he tried to chip, but three players were on the line as well, so I'm not sure if he had got the better, but Deacon, he's going to create some trouble.
No matter what.
He just adds something to this Arnett Gardens lineup, Damari Deacon. A hard worker. Even though at times, sometimes he can lose his mind for a few seconds. It's all a part of the package, I suppose. Here is Tivoli Gardens at the back post. Good work by Hutchinson.
Very well claimed.
Tivoli Gardens are getting ready to make a triple change here. Shano Evans with a foul, free kick to Tivoli Gardens, and the changes will be made in short order. After this free kick. Ball driven inside and put into touch. Play continues before the... No. They're going to make the changes now. So Anthony Nelson comes off. Horatio Morgan will replace him. Morgan has a goal to his name so far this season. Diego McKenzie with 3 goals to his name, the number 8, getting set to come on for Tivoli Gardens as well. Nakil Wright who scored a fabulous goal in the first half, comes on, or comes off rather. And Dean Pennycook makes an exit. Wonder if he has a bit of an injury.
That's the only explanation, and that more so explains what Watkins was really referring to when he said he needed a change. It looked as if it wasn't for Watkins himself. It looked as if it was for Pennycook, who was in close quarters.
Corner kick. Coming up.
Alton Lewis on set piece duties as he's been on all night.
Corner kick delivered inside. Hutchinson punches it away. Deacon was smart, you know.
Trying to give a bit of his own medicine there. That wheel is a Deacon favorite.
Yeah, the ball went outside before he came back in. There's Barrington Price. A goal to his name so far for the big centre-back. All the changes will come on the park. Goal scorers this season. Mackenzie with 3 of them. Mackenzie looking for the driving shot. It almost proved problematic for Asher Hutchinson, who was backpedaling.
He was clearly worried about that one. Diego Mackenzie started the season like a house on fire. Scored, I think, all 3 of his goals within the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Has cooled off since. Looking to get back on the score sheet tonight, and it would be a pivotal goal.
$20 minutes remaining.
Oh, how the tide has turned in the second half.
This is even more proof that when you score just before halftime, the momentum can shift. If Tivoli Gardens had gone into the break in front, still in front, may have been a different story. May have been. So Guthrie ran out of trouble there. Quick feet. Simpson goes long. Looking for Reed. Price is back there. Purcell. Yet to score in the Jamaica Premier League. Jamar Purcell. Even though he's a title-winning holding midfielder for Cavalier. Did score in that penalty shootout, in fact, so...
The winning penalty.
The winning penalty, so I guess he can say, well, sir, I did score in the Premier League. Well, we're talking outside of penalty shootout. Needs to be a little bit more organized in the attacking third to the guards when they get in there. Referee allowing the play to continue as Morgan touches it out wide. Simpson gathers for Tivoli Gardens. Morgan assisting him. Forced to go back. Matthews goes long. Much too long. Well, that wasn't the plan. Giving up possession cheaply. Arnett. Guthrie clipped on the ankle. Simpson also going down. As we take a look at the SportsMax app moment of the game, and this takedown and hit was brilliant. Seemed like it was eons ago. Nakil Wright finding the top right-hand corner, and Asher Hutchinson having no chance. Even his coach was impressed. Jermaine Teddy Johnson, and that's the SportsMax app moment of the game. Last time I saw a reaction like that from a coach in the aftermath of a strike, it was Zidane in the aftermath of that Ronaldo bicycle kick against Juventus in the Champions League, I believe it was. But yeah, Teddy Johnson would have been impressed by that, even if he's not impressed by the overall status of this game as they now trail. A yellow card comes out, and Barrington Price goes into the referee's book now after being a bit late. An Arnett Gardens player is down as we confirm the yellow card to Barrington Price. It is Simpson again.
Gerald Neal being prepared.
Yeah, just in case Simpson unable to continue. In fact, he's getting ready to come on right away for Arnett Gardens. Gerald Neal. The free kick is taken though. They are down to 10 players and Tivoli Gardens on the charge. Horatio Morgan on it. Morgan, that's a sweet ball inside, but what good defensive work by Damari Deacon. Play continues.
That was a goal-saving header there by Damari Deacon. Working all the way back to his own penalty spot. Gerald Neal has taken the field in place of Earl Simpson, injured Earl Simpson.
Corner kick for Tivoli Gardens. Here's Lewis's flighted ball inside at the back post. Needed more oomph in that shot. Here's an opportunity for Arnett Gardens now. Can they thread the needle with attacking pass in the final third, unable to do so. Tivoli Gardens through Wellington. Morgan making a run out wide, collects it, looking up, looking for options, and just, I think he just ran out of steam there as he collided with Guthrie. Now it's Deacon for Arnett Gardens. A bit chaotic
To say
the
very
last
least.
couple minutes. Overhead kick could cause some problems here. Guthrie. Purcell. Didn't go too far. It's back to Smith on the volley. He's confident. He really is confident. You can tell by the smile on his face, or it's more of a grimace really, with the effort. Going wide in the end, but he knew he could have done it. And the crowd was anticipating something special with that one. Simpson. Tivoli still in possession. That was the wrong choice, I felt.
Never stops going, Alton Lewis.
There's a delivery. And Hutchinson couldn't quite grasp it. It's a corner kick to Tivoli Gardens. Can they get the equalizer? Keno Simpson's ball inside the area at the back post on the volley. Well wide of the mark, in fact. Lewis is upset with himself. Ajuma Johnson is getting ready to come on for Arnett Gardens. It's going to replace Jaheim Thomas, who will have better games, although he was involved with the winner.
He looks to have provided the match-winning goal. So although he didn't have the best games, the role of the attacking midfielder is to create chances, and he created what seems to be, or what is at this current moment, the match-winning chance. So I guess he can consider that a job relatively well done, especially if his team goes on to win.
Tivoli Gardens also made a change. Janil Ray has come on the park for Tivoli Gardens.
There he is.
He has replaced Justin Dunn. Like for like swap. Morgan's due to Wellington. Wellington was bundled over, earns a free kick. They're still arguing. Wellington and Wing. Referee Nation now having a word with both of them. And they're still at it.
I don't think that one's going to cease.
Here's the delivery inside, headed away. Simpson. And the shot skewing wide, but kept in play. And Arnett Gardens looking to break. Reed seeing the funny side of it. And the Purcell is also down for Arnett Gardens. Yeah, he landed awkwardly. He landed from a really high position. In the meantime, Paul Tiga Davis has just received a yellow card. Just confirm the yellow card shown to the Arnett Gardens coach. Deacon immediately apologetic, and we don't usually see that side from him. Purely accidental. Anthony Thompson may need some attention. A yellow card is shown the way of Deacon. Simpson headed away by Gerald Neal. Just confirmed the yellow card was shown to Damari Deacon. Simpson. Time to have the discussion about the play of the game. Leger. Quite a few contenders.
I would say one name springs to my mind, but I'd give some honorable mentions, as you say, Juma Johnson here, dribbling forward.
Yep, Johnson was trying to find an outlet there to Shea Smith, who has been at least an honorable mention. And Gans coming forward now. Wing, overcooking that one a bit to Fabian Reed. Reed has Damari Deacon for company. No.
Tried to be a bit clever there.
Picked up by Purcell. Can he get his first JPL goal? No, he cannot. Deflected behind. Corner kick to Arnett Gardens.
And he was going to be one of the persons that I mentioned as a honorable mention person. I think he's had a very solid game in the heart of midfield. Dictated, especially when you bring into consideration that he got a yellow card so early in the piece.
Yes.
8 minutes in, he's really controlled his aggression well, and he's done well in the center of midfield. But I'd like to give the man of the match to Fabian Reed up top for Arnett Gardens. He's the one who really brought them back into the game, scored a penalty, but won the penalty as well, his 6th goal of the season, and has been heavily involved in everything that Arnett Gardens has done in an attacking sense. Was involved in the goal to give them the lead as well.
Guthrie.
Worked very hard as well. So
Guthrie taking this one short. Sends this one inside. That's a good ball inside. And Neil's header straight to Watkins. Guthrie also has had a good game.
He has. I mentioned before the game that the midfield will be the key. And in the first half, although they weren't ticking as well as they could have.
Well, here's Simpson cutting inside. Needs some assistance, surely. Gave up possession. Reed battling back, winning the foul.
And that's a big part as to why I do think that Fabian Reed is the man of the match. Tireless work rate as we're into 4 minutes of stoppage time now.
Yep, I don't think I'll argue with you on your choice. Certainly has its merits. Fabian Reed. Smith does well, goes outside, then trying to put it back. Long throw inside the box. Two of the Guns just managing to clear their lines. Evans again stabs it forward. Flag stays down. Watkins gathers. Throws it to Keno Simpson. Oh, ball given away. Keeper should get that easily. Flag stays down. It's Johnson. He has support. It's Smith for his second. Fabulous save. But Reed Puts it in the side netting. They could have sealed the deal. Smith swore he hit that one past Kevin Watkins in goal. But here's Deacon. Forced further wide. May just eat up a few seconds out wide. Deacon. Seconds remaining here. That's it. Arnett Gardens, they have come from behind to get the 3 points here. Reed, the man of the match, got the equalizer. The final kick of the first half. Before Shea Smith got his second in a couple of games for Arnett Gardens. And his fourth goal overall against Tivoli Gardens. Not sure what he's on about now in the aftermath of his team winning. But Arnett Gardens getting the better of Tivoli Gardens by the odd goal in 3 in the end. Tivoli Gardens were aggressive, purposeful in that first half. Rodrigo Wellington with the free kick attempt, wide of the mark, and then this was a gem of a hit. Wonderfully done by the keel right. Just taking it down, and then bang, top right-hand corner, beating Asher Hutchinson in goal. We can watch that all day. And that's how he opened his account in the Jamaica Premier League. Then this effort, way over the top. Got to be sending this one inside for Arnett Gardens. Thomas hitting that one skywards. And then the link up, wonderfully done. Fabian Reed bundled over inside the box by Pennycook, and he steps up himself to convert. 6 goals this season, his third against Tivoli Gardens. And they were back in the contest. And then Reed, hustling his way through, was put off well by Christopher Matthews at the back. And then lovely stuff with Reed sending it out wide. And Smith, his attempt was a bit tame in the end. Lovely back heel from Reed to Deacon. That was a lovely touch inside to Thomas. The dink over the top, and Smith with the finish. 2-2 for Arnett Gardens, number 11. He loves scoring against Tivoli Gardens, Shea Smith. His 4th overall after scoring 3 in the similar colors of Portman United back then. And then Deacon could supply the finish there, and Reed trying to chip Watkins, unsuccessful. Then the ball over the top. They could have sealed it. Ajuma Johnson to Smith, looking for a second of the game. And then Reed again looking for yet another chip, finding the side netting. As we take a look at the full-time statistics here, Tivoli Gardens with 7 shots, just the 1 on target. Arnett Gardens with 14 shots, 8 on target. They were really good, especially in the second half. They committed 17 fouls, though, a little bit more physical. Tivoli Gardens with just the 4 fouls. They had 5 corner kicks. Arnett Gardens won more than Tivoli Gardens. And they also had the majority of the possession, did the Junklets, at 52%.
Performance overall.
Yeah, you know, say first I have to thank Father God, you know. You know? Yeah, because without Father God, it would, you know, would get that win, yeah. Yeah, we have to thank Father God first, you know. Because without Father God, we could get that win, yeah. You understand? Yeah.
So do you think that your performance really led this team to capture the victory in the end because you had to come from behind?
Yeah, first off, you know, we never really play that we were supposed to play. So the coach tell we say we need to do second half and come out and then we'll play our type of football so we can get the win. So that we do in the second half, so we get the victory.
It was a really inventive flick from you to win the penalty in the first place. And when you were walking up to take the penalty, you seemed really cool. Is that something about you, just your personality, always feel like you're going to score your penalties?
Yeah, you know, say the experience me use, you know, because first, me know he may come with a bullyism, so I just put my body in front of the ball and just make him just foul me. So, but the calm penalty, I always tell myself, and the last mistake that I make with the penalty was the 2017 final. I tell myself, I need to take pride in the penalty shootout this, you know, next time. So that I do know.
All right, thank you very much. Great penalty and good win.
All right, welcome. Yeah.
Now we're moving on to Tivoli Gardens assistant coach. Coach, it definitely wasn't the result that you wanted in the end. It was a tale of two halves, however. Talk us through your first half and how that really went against you in the second half.
I think we just lose our concentration and get indisciplined in the second half. I think first half we're doing everything correct. We did not create much chances to score. So that was one of our problems today. So we have to just go and look back on that and come back.
You conceded a penalty right at the end of the first half. Do you think that affected your team and how they came out for the second half?
I think definitely, you know, when you conceive a penalty and a goal in a minute, in the last dying moment of a game, whether a first game a finish or half a finish, it kind of have a different tone on you. So I think we just have to work up on our concentration level, get them back up together and look out for the second round. You
are in good form coming into this game. You played well in this game. So I'm assuming that your confidence of the team won't be knocked after this game.
No, this is just, I would say now, this is just a little obstacles and we just have to come together, our coaching staff and the players, and we sit down and we talk about it, see where we go wrong in this game and look for, but we know exactly where we go wrong. We never create a lot of chances to score and I think Arnett did look like they want it more than us, so that's the end of the result.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Now we're moving on to the winning coach, Coach Paul Teagat Davis. Coach, you were extremely animated. You're extremely animated in this game on the touchline. I'm assuming because you were trying to transpose and give energy to your boys out there.
Why you guys say we're animated? I don't understand you guys say, we are coaches. And that's what we do. Coach on the sideline, you know. So I don't understand, you know, but I don't take no offense, you know. Yeah, man. But it was a good game. I thought we take 60 minutes to get into the game, you know, the first, 30 minutes. They were all of us, you know, we didn't control the game, so those people was running up and down, you know. Thought, the 60 minutes, we get into our own, start pass the ball around, start going forward, going back, you know. And it went well tonight.
Your substitutions in the end made a big difference, especially Deacon. He came and he really added a lot of impetus to the attack.
Well, that's what you need, you know, when, you sit on the bench and coach call upon you, you must come make that impact, you know, and that's what we need in football in general, you know. I tell you, the whole team, coaching staff, we made a good shift tonight.
Especially, you have your captain, Fabian Reed. He made a huge impact in terms of his work rate.
At 30, he's playing well. He's playing well. I think he kept the ball well for us tonight, so we could come forward, you know.
All right, Coach, great win, and thank you very much.
Yeah, man, love him, brother.
So the final score here, Tivoli Gardens with a 2-1 defeat to Arnett Gardens. Arnett Gardens having to work hard under the lights here at the Ashenheim Stadium to get all 3 points over their arch rivals, and they'll be pleased with the result in the end. Tivoli Gardens hoping to bounce back even after starting this game so very well with a fantastic hit. Arnett Gardens showing resolve to get back into it and earn all the marbles. That's it for our coverage here from the Ashenheim Stadium. Hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of the hardworking production crew here at SportsMax, it's goodbye from JC.